What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the JTW Sports Show. And today we're going to switch up a little bit. We're going to talk about some NBA talk. We've been talking a lot of NFL, a little bit of college football here and there, but the NBA season is back up. We're through week one basically. Um, let's talk about it. Will, first off, like we always do, how y'all feeling?
I'm great. I'm great. We had lifting, went to yoga, did a little meditation
Okay.
and shavasana. I got right. It mellowed me out, so to say. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to talk. TJ, you good?
TJ, any yoga this morning,
I'm
TJ?
good. No. Instead, I learned organizational behavior. On, on what managers do. It was really interesting.
That seems interesting.
That's fun.
Very.
No, not at all.
Looks like
Not
we've
at
all
all.
had a great morning.
It's all right. But now we're here
Yeah.
and we're ready to talk. And
We're
what
ready to
I
talk,
want to talk
man.
about first is through the first week of the NBA season, the Chicago Bulls are 4-0, and the Chicago Bulls look very good.
Are they the best team in the league? No.
No,
No.
no. I'm still picking a lot of teams over the Bulls, but they look very good. When you look at their box scores, obviously I'm not watching every Bulls game because they're in Chicago and they're not on TV here. But I mean, Zach LaVine's averaging 25, DeRozan's averaging 22. Lonzo is averaging 14, 5, and 5. I think the biggest get for them was Lonzo Ball. I think he completes that because Zach LaVine doesn't have to be a playmaker. Zach LaVine can go out and do what he does, and that's score the ball. You know,
Yeah.
and in
And
bunch.
I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Alex Caruso as well, too, man. Like he's a fan favorite type player, and he's been balling. Like he's been really good. He's been setting up a lot of big plays for them. He's an energy booster on the team, and not to mention he's also really good on defense.
Yeah, and
And that's something that
he's their sixth man basically off the bench. Like he's that punch that the second unit needs.
but he also fits in with the first unit whenever it's
Yeah,
necessary. But yeah, dude, I love watching this team. Just like you said, they're they're just fun. They're a fun team. They're a lot of just like great athletes on the team. Zach Levine is just he's a hell of an athlete. He's one of the best like athletes in the NBA in my opinion. But dude,
And
TJ, what do
for
you think about them?
Well, I mean, for as many moves as they made in the offseason as a team, you'd think, all right, they're going to start off struggling a little bit for the first couple games, as many teams do. And now look where they're at. I mean, the team chemistry is there. You can
yeah,
tell that this offseason they really worked together as a team to be like, all right, we're not going to follow the standard mindset of, all right, we're going to start off struggling because we've all not really played with each other. Now look where they're at. They're 4-0. They beat the Raptors last night.
Duh.
Rebuilding season. Rebuilding season. That's all I got to say. We're going to
That's
get
the
there.
only thing TJ ever says about his teams. Rebuilding, rebuilding.
it's all right.
I'm going to say that every time.
Y'all
Every
are
year.
gonna be there. Y'all will be there soon. I promise. I promise.
Yeah, I mean, look at the
A
Hornets.
couple more decades, bro.
Yeah,
Look at the Hornets.
the Hornets, my hometown team. I mean, they've been balling. We drafted LaMelo. He was a rookie last year. Missed a
The
bunch.
man that you hated.
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
bro. Will, you hated him coming out of the draft, and now you're acting like his biggest fan.
I can't wait till there's a big fat head right behind Will of
Oh,
LaMelo.
there's gonna be one right next to Kobe.
Nah.
His other favorite team.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Kobe, man.
But I mean, the Hornets, they started off the season, they beat the Pacers, they beat the Cavs, they beat the Nets. I mean, they look good against the Nets. That's the game where Miles Bridges dropped 32 on the Nets.
Yeah, Miles Bridges, man, boy out of Flint, Michigan.
Yeah,
He's balling for sure.
facts. Flint, Michigan. Yep. And then his brother Mikal over there in Philadelphia, huh?
Well, they're not brothers.
But
You're
one
an
team
idiot.
one team that I think we need to spend a little bit of time talking about, and I mean there's two teams. One of them I just mentioned is the Nets. The Nets without Kyrie Irving do not look that good. Do y'all
I
think?
was going to say there's lots of speculation going around that team. I mean, now it's pretty much Kyrie's banned from the team. And
Dude, there's so much drama with the team, and a lot of it is Kyrie Irving. But dude, a lot of their lack of success has come with James Harden being the poster boy of these non-fouls. Like, bro, he shot one free throw the other day. And like I know like the teams are trying like the league is trying to cut back on these like ridiculous fouls and like James Harden was one of the top. Him, Trey Young, dudes like that are just drawing fouls every time and they're getting to the line and they're scoring a bunch of points a game from that. But they're kind of going too much on Harden. Like he'll get fouled, and they're like, oh no, since it's Harden, we're not going to call it a foul. We're just going to let the game go. And it's like, as great as that is, they got to find a steady medium. And once they do that, the league's gonna be fine. But yeah, the Nets, they're still a top team, bro.
I mean, I don't really agree with that because if you're searching for fouls and looking for fouls, then I think you're not playing right. I think their problem is they don't have enough without, like, it sounds crazy that a team with James Harden and Kevin Durant on it doesn't have enough. But when you look at their overall roster is not very good. I mean,
hell, if this was 5 years ago, it'd be the best team in the league.
well, yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, they brought in Patty Mills.
Okay, he's been balling. Patty Mills been balling.
James Harden started off the season slow. But, like, when you look at their overall roster, I mean, LaMarcus Aldridge, Joe Harris, Bruce Brown, Nick Claxton, Blake Griffin, Paul Millsap, like, all these guys are, at this point in their careers, mostly, like, the same.
They're at the back half.
Yeah. I
They're
mean,
the back half of their careers.
as good of a shooter as Joe Harris is, he doesn't do much else. I mean, he's a decent defender, but I mean, other than that, you know what I'm saying? So, like, they have all these players that they put together that they're trying to, you know, win, but I just don't think they have enough when it comes down to it. And I don't think they will, as of right now, as they're presently constructed, they will not win an NBA championship.
No, I don't think they can either. I think they're gonna need the big three.
Yeah.
And I just can't see Kyrie coming back.
And now that moves us to another team, probably the most popular team in the league, that constructed a big three. And it hasn't worked out that well so far. And I think you guys know we're talking about the Lakers here.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Lakers so far this season? TJ, we'll start with you.
Tensions are a little high. We all saw the other night a little shoving match between Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard, who everyone says we should put respect on his name. And
facts. He should have made the top 75 list.
Yeah, he definitely should have made that list.
Yeah, he should have made that list.
Over Anthony Davis.
Yeah, and now, you know, there's a little bit of shoving going on. I mean, what are they right now? They're 1-2 on the season. I think they play tonight. They play a 1-2 Spurs tonight at 8:30. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that they're as much of a powerhouse as everyone's making them out to be. I think that there's so much individualism on that team that the chemistry isn't. You can't get in a shoving match in the beginning of the season. This has been like midway through, towards the back end of the season. Sure, you're going through 82 games. We're only on game 4, and you guys are already causing fights on the bench.
And the crazy thing they dismissed it like between each other. They're like, no, like that, you know, it wasn't that big a deal. Nothing really happened. And it's like, obviously they're going to say that for the media and for the people.
It's a PR perspective. You have to say it.
But there's something that happened.
Something was said.
Yeah, something happened. Like, and that's when you see that from teams, that's usually on teams that aren't good. That have, you know what I'm saying? That have 15 wins in the season. Like TJ said, they're halfway through. They're like, you know, fuck this. We're done.
I'm just glad they kind of like resolved it. You know, if they did or they didn't.
But did they though?
I don't know. And that kind of, it shows a lack of leadership on that team, which is crazy to think about considering you have all of these kind of like the Nets, these old vets, you know, including
I think
LeBron James. You know what I mean?
Like, between the Lakers and the Nets I think the Lakers are too old.
Yeah. Now I can.
Whereas, I mean, you have, you know, LeBron, who, yes, LeBron's still one of the top players in the league, but he's not getting any younger. He's what, 30?
And LeBron's been pissing me off this year, bro. Like, straight up. I've said LeBron's the greatest player of all time. I never watched Jordan, but recently, bro, in the past like year and a half, I've changed my mind. It's the way, just watching him, like the small things, bro, like him not playing offense now. Like he went down. I forgot who was. I think it was Cam Johnson, right? Again, for the Sun. Tried to poster him, and he just stood there. Yeah, you know, I'm big shit. You know, I'm LeBron James. I'm not gonna go play offense. Yeah. And it's just like, dude, no, that doesn't sit right, dude. Like, you're the greatest player in the world, and you don't want to be there for your team. Like, no, that actually pissed me off. He's been doing that a bunch this season. I think their best player this season has been Carmelo Anthony. What the hell? Carmelo Anthony is their best dude now. Like, it's wild. LeBron needs to figure it out. He's taken it too much off that, like, he's able to rely on Russell Westbrook now, even though
But Russell Westbrook
Hasn't
hasn't
shown anything.
played good this season.
But he's too
Russell Westbrook
reliant on
didn't play
the
good last
idea.
season either.
He's too reliant on the idea that he can rely on Russ.
Russell Westbrook
And-
is in essence a mini LeBron. Like they do the same thing. I mean, he's just not as big as LeBron.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It's not
like
working, bro. It's just
didn't
not
he-
working.
I don't think they have the necessary talent to make it to even the Western Conference Finals.
I don't think they. Yeah. I think there's that, but then personally, like we said, they're old. I don't think they have the stamina to.
Yeah.
go-
Like,
I don't think they do because we're gonna see it towards the back half of the season. LeBron's gonna stop playing. As long as they clinch a playoff spot, LeBron won't play. AD won't play. Next thing you know, all their big players aren't playing because they need the recovery time to be like, oh shit, we got to make a run at this in the playoffs.
Yeah, but
I don't think that they can do it.
Let's be real. If they're able to claim a playoff spot, they're gonna make a run. They're some of the greatest players of all time. They're like, bro, they're gonna make a run.
But everyone
I don't-
said
I
that
don't
last
see
year,
them
and the
winning it
Suns
all.
beat them.
No, I get that, but they weren't fully healthy. Obviously,
True.
Anthony
They
Davis
were-
was hurt every
I mean,
game.
They were, but then you go, they got Anthony Davis got hurt, and LeBron was like, all right, I'm about to put the team on my shoulders, and then proceeded to lose every game after that. So like,
He's too old to do that.
and what?
Yeah.
But see,
He'll do it to
that's
an
my
extent.
problem. That's my problem with the way that people talk about LeBron. Is people say, oh, he's too old, or he's getting old, but then you turn around and people are like, oh, he's still the best player in the league. Which one is it? Or like,
Is it getting old?
Me personally, I will allow him. I would say, all right, he's getting old. He doesn't have to. I'm not holding him to the standard where he has to win all the time. But when I turn around and everybody says, oh, he's gonna win, like he's the best player in the league, like all this stuff. That's when me as a basketball fan's like, all right, if y'all are saying that, then he's got to do it. Because then if he loses, then they'll be like, nah, he's old.
Nah, he's not the best. So I think he's probably still in 5 to 10 category. But
I don't think
I'm
he's
still
the top
counting.
5 player in the league.
I'm still counting. He'll figure it out. Let him get to the playoffs because that's where he's not playing regular season right now. He's playing for the playoffs.
I mean, yeah,
But-
that's what it's been for the last like 5 or 6 years. I mean,
Let's be real, bro. Giannis with a jump shot is the greatest player. Like he worked on his offseason. I know we haven't even talked about it, dude. Giannis Antetokounmpo worked on a jump shot and he's taking them.
That's dangerous.
He's taking them. He is gonna be I'm just right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo will be the greatest player of all time.
I mean, he's averaging 2.8 attempts through 4 games on threes. He's averaging 25, 10, and 6. So
Do
that's-
you think the Bucks have it to win again?
Yeah.
yeah, seeing what every other team has done, and then seeing what they've done. I mean, they basically brought almost everybody back. They lost PJ Tucker, which was like big, but the Grayson Allen signing was a nice signing. I mean, he fits nice with them. Pat Connaughton.
You hate Grayson Allen.
They got a guy named Jordan Wara who's been in the G League for the last couple of years. That's been developing. He's really good in college, and now he's playing good. So like, I think they'll be fine. But I mean, it's still really early. Last year we had some, we talked about teams like the Magic and stuff early in the season being good, and then they were one of the worst teams in the league. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But
Congrats to them though; they finally got their first win of the season.
Cole Anthony's been balling, UNC boy. But it's
The only 2 teams that do not have a win so far this season are OKC and Detroit.
which is like
Quite predictable.
everybody
It was predictable.
Yeah, everybody predicted.
And then the undefeated teams, you got the Jazz, the Warriors, and the Bulls. So hopefully the Warriors can keep it up. I want to see when we get to January-ish. I want to see Clay come back, and I want to see them just.
I want to see the Splash Brothers do what they do best, and that's annihilate teams from the 3-point
Hey, that'd
line.
be cool to see them get a championship too. I'd like that. I kind of want a
Yeah.
dark horse team, maybe an Atlanta Hawks. But dude, this season's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. We got a lot coming up with us. We're trying to get a daily podcast going on with some football, NBA, a bunch of stuff, bunch of news. So please stick with us. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how you feel about these videos and your opinions on them. You guys got anything else to say before we wrap it up?
Just be on the lookout for more videos because they're going to be dropping.
Sports are in full swing, baby.
Just best time of the year.
Baseball reference. Nice. All right, boys. We'll see you.
See you guys.